Hi everyone, I'm Taylor and welcome to my vlog.
Oh, this is gonna be a good life. This is gonna be a good life. This could really be a good life, good life.
So today I wanted to talk to you about the Disney International programs. I first wanted to talk about the Disney Cultural Exchange Program and then the Disney Academic Exchange Program. The Cultural Exchange Program went from May 7th to August 9th, so it was just over 3 months. And the Disney Academic Exchange Program went from June 28th to December 20th, so it is almost 6 whole months, both of which I was accepted into this year, so I just wanted to give you some information on those. So today I just want to kind of catch you up on everything that I've done and what I'm planning to do this summer. So first I'm going to talk about the Disney International Program, which is the Cultural Exchange Program. I applied to that program back in October in 2017, mainly because I got an email, I saw it online, and I thought it would be so fun. So it was 3 months that you'd be spending in Florida at Walt Disney World doing any job. So originally I did want to not apply to that program. I only wanted to apply to the Disney Academic Exchange Program, which is a 6-month program which you can do through my school. However, my school was on strike, and it was on strike for almost 2 months. So I didn't think that program was going to run. I didn't think there would be an opportunity to sign up for that program or to do the interviews for that program or anything. So I applied back in October for the Disney International Cultural Exchange Program, and I didn't hear anything for a couple months. So it wasn't until late December when I actually heard something back, and it turns out that I did get an interview. So I got to choose an interview time and a location. So in Canada, there's locations that you can have your interviews. There's a couple days in Toronto, Montreal, Quebec City, and then Vancouver, I believe. I chose to do it in Toronto because that's the closest to me. Toronto's about 3.5 hours away from where I live. And I chose to do it on January 31st. So I had a lot of time to prep for it. I made sure that I practiced, and I did all the questions. I ended up going up to Toronto the night before for my interview. There was a huge snowstorm. The roads were horrible. It took us so long to get there, but I was super happy that I was there the day before because then I had lots of time to get there in the morning rather than having to rush, which was nice. So when I got to my interview, I signed in. I got a name tag that had my name on it, and the Disney office that I went to in Toronto was so cool. When you first walked in, there was 2 Mickey heads on the door, and it just like opened up, which was just beyond cool. And then we first went to a presentation. So we had a presentation, I believe it was at 9 o'clock. And then my interview window was from 1 to 2. So after my initial presentation, I had some time to just kind of walk around and wait until my interview window, which felt like it was forever. Luckily, I met some really nice girls, and they were awesome. We talked and hung out, and it was great. Finally, when it was my interview, I went up for my interview, and I had Sue Sharp interview me. She was actually fantastic. The interview was not even 10 minutes. It was so laid back, it was so relaxed, and it was super nice. It was not stressful at all, even though I had been stressed all morning about it. After my interview, I wrote down all the questions that I was asked so that in case I had another interview, I would be prepared for them. So I'm just going to read them to you in case anyone wants to use them to study or learn anything. So the first question, I'll try to do them in order that I kind of remember how they did them to me. However, there was so many questions in such a little time that I just kind of wrote them down as I thought of them. So, tell me about your past work experience. Why do you want this job? What are you hoping to gain from this experience? What roles are you interested in and why? And I needed to give 3 of them. If you were working in a store and were out of stock of a product that a guest wanted, what would you do? What types of items have I previously sold in retail? What would you say if a guest's credit card declined? Have you worked handling money and are you comfortable doing this? What is your favorite part about working in retail? Are you used to talking in front of large groups of people? What skills do you have? Would you be able to deal with the Florida heat? Do you have any tattoos? If you took a mandatory random drug test, would you pass it? Have you ever had a problem with an angry guest? Would you be interested in working quick service food and beverage? I was not. Are you able to live with other people? Are you currently living at home? Would you be able to live away from friends and family for 3 months? And is this your first year applying to the program? So they were very easy questions. They were very conversational. It just kind of flowed as a really nice, easy discussion, which was nice. So with the quick service food and beverage, they did ask me that. They were really pushing it during my interview and a lot of different people that I had talked to. My answer to that question, and I would recommend anyone answer this question if you do not want to work for food and beverage, I said honestly, I think that my skills are more suited to working in merchandise or an attractions job rather than working in quick service food and beverage, just because I have no experience in that field. However, if that was the only option for me going, then I would gladly work in that position. After that, my interview was January 31st, and on February 19th, which was a Monday, Family Day, I got the email that said that I had been accepted, and I got the very first role that I asked for, which was merchandise, so I was over the moon excited. However, at the same time, I had then applied for the Disney Academic Exchange Program, which did start up again in my school. After my school was back off of strike, they decided to start it up again. It was actually quite a long process for my school's academic exchange program applications to even start up. So my school used to pair with Florida State University, and this year they had actually terminated the agreement. So they had to find a new partner to partner with for the school. So we actually started partnering with the University of Florida, which is awesome because the tuition is even cheaper. I applied to that program. I interviewed with my school representative, who gave me very positive feedback and who told me that she was very happy that I applied. She was very excited that I had applied, and she really felt that I was going to make it. After that interview, it was a couple weeks or maybe a month or so, and we had to go to Waterloo to interview with a Disney recruiter, which again was Sue Sharp, which was really nice because I had already interviewed with her, so I kind of knew what she was like. So we went to Waterloo, and we watched the presentation again. We learned all about the University of Florida. We learned all about the program at Disney. And this one is actually a 6-month exchange program where I am going to get credits towards my degree at my school. My interview was, again, it was super laid back. I was actually the very first person to interview that whole day. And I walked in and Sue was like, "Oh, hi, nice to meet you." And I told her, "Actually, we've already met. You interviewed me in Toronto." And she was like, "Oh, really?" And so I just kind of told her what had happened and how my interview went. And she asked if she gave me the job. And I said, "Yes, you actually gave me my very first role that I asked for." She was like, "Oh, that's really good." So that interview, it was not really an interview at all. We were just kind of talking to one another. It was very laid back. She didn't ask me barely anything. And I had kind of hoped that she didn't think because I had applied to the other program, I wanted that program more, because honestly I wanted the academic exchange program more. So I had kind of just been like fretting, and I was really nervous. The Monday after the interviews, which was very, very fast, I got my acceptance, and I again got accepted to my top 2 roles, which were merchandise and attractions. So during the 6-month program, I'm going to be working 2 roles. For 3 months, I'll be working in merchandise, and for 3 months, I'll be working in attractions. I'm really excited about it. I've worked in merchandise and in retail for the last 8 years, so I think that's really suiting for me. I've never obviously worked in attractions or anything like that, but I feel like that will be really fun to learn a lot of different things and to be able to interact with guests. So currently I'm in my 3rd year of my Bachelor of Business Administration degree program. In the last 2 years, I've been taking additional courses and doing extra coursework so that when I did leave, if I did get the opportunity to go, I didn't miss anything. So ultimately, I had been hoping for that. For the academic exchange program, I'm so grateful that I got it. So even though I did get accepted to the 3-month program, I accepted that program. I paid all my fees and everything. However, once I got accepted to the 6-month program, all of my fees transferred over, and it was a very easy process. There was a couple glitches. At first, they didn't get my deposit. However, I just had to email them and everything sorted out. So I am very fortunate to have this opportunity. I'm so excited that I'll be able to do this, and I'm really excited to share it with you. I know that there's a lot of people from the States that like to vlog their college programs. However, there are not a lot of international vlogs out there, so I really want to help anyone who's international and anyone who has any questions about the interview process, any questions about the application process, any questions about going beforehand, because I'm going through it now. I went through it for 2 programs within a month, so I'm pretty fresh on it. So if anyone has any questions, please do ask. I would be super happy to answer them. I'd be super happy to email you or anything. I'm so excited for this experience, and I think it's going to be so great. The academic exchange program, the first 2 weeks I'll be spending at the University of Florida finishing up some courses, because I do need to do some courses for my credits. And then on July 9th, we'll be going to Walt Disney World, where I will stay for the rest of my program until the end of December. And there I will be studying half the time and working and just learning, playing in the parks and doing anything I possibly can to have the best experience that I've ever had. There are 5 people that are going on the academic exchange program from my school. The one girl I have been friends with since I was little, which is awesome because we know each other, and it'll be great to already have a friend and we can live together. And the other people, they seem great, so I'm really excited to share this experience with everyone. So I will try to keep up with my videos and vlogs. I know I haven't posted in such a long time, but I've just been so busy with school and exams. I actually have an exam tonight at 5:30 and it is 10 after 4, so I should be getting ready for that. But I will be trying to keep up with my vlogs. I'll try and release any Disney information, and once I am there, I will take as many videos as I can and as many pictures as I can. And don't forget, if you do have any questions, comment down below, like this video, and subscribe. Thanks guys, have a great day.
Oh.